NBA scan version of me is still surreal. So it's been a lot going on. It's been a while since I got in the game, but life is good. Life is good for sure.
Any critique of yourself in the video game? Anything we could do better?
I just wish my jumper was a little more consistent, but maybe I got to show something in the season. We'll see, though. But maybe on this one, we can get my jumper a little better.
All right.
We'll see.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K. GA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Last year, COVID presented a lot of challenges. The Raptors, for one, played the whole season in Tampa. Their star, Fred VanVleet, said the NBA is a balance of the love and joy of one of the best sports in the world, mixed with $1 billion.
Well, I know, David, it's a pleasure working with you. Thanks for that one. Here's a look at what's coming up for Washington. On Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Charlotte Hornets. And then on Monday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. And now Washington's starting group. Honey out there with Jefferson. Then there's Smooth. Then it's the Prophet, and it's Moon in at the 2. And for Washington, lights out there with Maverick. Then there's Mr. Incredible. Then it's Thunder, and it's the Prodigy in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Money. He's guarded by Knight. Jefferson inside. That one off the back iron and out. Here's Thunder. Clark for both teams tonight. Unbelievable talent up front.
Kevin, you're right. I love seeing what we have in store in the paint area in this matchup. I think that's likely where this game is going to be decided.
Here's Moon. He's guarded by Knight. He gets it in there.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Here's Maverick. And again, Washington, no good.
You know, that's a quick 0 for 4 now. At what point do you call a timeout and reset?
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here's Money. His last outing, he had 8 points. Can't hit from in close.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Here's Maverick. Dishes it to Knight. Passes it to Mr. Incredible. Here's the Prodigy. 4 on the clock. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And making a statement right away. Letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
That's tipped, and so it's Washington with it. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Here's Pope. He's guarded by Knight. Just 5 on the clock. Money. Knight grabs the board. For Washington, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. And that one drops.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Jefferson. That one misses. Now Washington takes it the other way. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
Washington shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. He's off on the first. No luck that time either.
You don't see him have too many of those trips to the line.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And stolen by Knight. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul, second
Washington
foul.
shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting for Washington.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
All right, fans, get on your feet and make some noise for T-shirt time!
Here's Moon. He's guarded by Knight. Here's Money. Washington with the rebound. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Thunder, defended by Jefferson. It's rebounded by Jefferson. Washington trailing. Pass to Pope. Knocked away. And here we go. Washington fast break. Thunder passes to Maverick. Back to Knight. And the pass to Mr. Incredible. From deep three-point range. He can't hit that time.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
They've got Thunder. Lights out there with Maverick. Then there's Mr. Incredible. And it's the Prodigy in at the 5, down low. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Here's Maverick. Last time out he had 14 points. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Pope. He's guarded by Knight. Got a piece of it. Clark, you had excellent handles for a front court player. How much of a benefit is it for a big man to be comfortable with the dribble, with the ball in his hands?
I think it's so valuable. And now it's a dozen to a dozen big guys can put it on the ground. I mean, it used to be 2 out of a dozen guys you'd see 6, 8 or better that could really handle the ball in my day. But now it's commonplace, and it's a valuable skill. My late dad, emphasized that from the time I started playing organized basketball. Make sure you can go with the ball where you want to against pressure. If you can do that, then you'll always add value to your team as a big guy.
The only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double clutch.
Washington calls timeout. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
And you know, with 2 teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. They get it back. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
So timeout called here, but first from Washington.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Passes to Maverick. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
For Washington, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Pope the pass to Jefferson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Knight on the wing. Pass to Thunder. The shot will not fall. Now Washington takes it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And they'll get another chance. Pope the pass to Money. Nice ball movement by Washington. 5 to shoot. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession.
Washington ball.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Maverick passes to the prodigy. Here is Mr. Incredible. There's the pass to the prodigy. It's blocked, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
Goes to Washington.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Just 5 to shoot to the inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Washington shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
For Washington.
And that one misses.
Taking 2 shots.
That one misses. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. It's blocked. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. Washington shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Pope the pass to Money. Count it. Money's got the lead up to 3 now for Washington.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
Pass to Mr. Incredible. Driving to the basket. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
Washington ball.
There's 38 seconds left in the second quarter. And they pick up 2. So it's Washington now. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Now Moon. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Driving the lane. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Knight. Here's Pope. And they recover it. There's 14 seconds left in the first half. 6 to shoot. No good on the triple. Right side, Knight. Releases. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Washington leads by just 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Doc, what do you think you'll see from them in the second half?
Well, they're moving the ball. They're just playing to the hot hand, and we got to expect that. So let's not let anyone get hot. That would be nice.
Always the coach's mantra. Thanks, Doc. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand. Well, for Washington, Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
Playing on the road is having no effect on me.
And that'll...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Without question, Maverick displaying his skills today.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Washington, they've got the Prophet. Pope is out there with lights out. Then there's Baller, and it's Money in at the 4. Pass to Mr. Incredible. Here's Thunder for the lead. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Jefferson has a wide open look. No good on the 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here he goes. Maverick passes to the Prodigy. And another shot. And it's blocked.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Here's Pope. Down low. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Maverick, Washington with the rebound. To the paint. Here's Money. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First team foul.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without foul.
Washington shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Timeout is
really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Washington calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Washington trails by 3. Knight on the wing. The pass to Thunder for the tie. And another miss by Washington.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right. Moon can't hit. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Thunder. Plays it up and banks it in. Thunder's got his second basket of the night.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
Washington calls timeout. For Washington, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Pass to Jefferson. 1:44 left to play in the third. Here's Pope. Oh, that's blocked. Right on the wing. He's covered by Moon.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And another miss by Washington.
You know, it's really surprising that they're up at this point, given that he struggled so mightily.
Here's Maverick. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First team foul. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Shooting 2.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Outside Jefferson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Personal foul, second team foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
2 shots.